T-minus 90 seconds and counting. All systems are go. We're about 90 seconds from the launch of Space Shuttle Discovery. T-minus 60 seconds and counting. We are transferring to orbiter internal power at this time. Discovery is now running off its 3 onboard fuel cells. Coming up on a go for auto sequence start. And we have a go for auto sequence start. Discovery's onboard computers have primary control of all the vehicle's critical functions. T-minus 17 seconds and counting. 15, 12, 11, 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, start, 2, 1, booster ignition, and liftoff of the Space Shuttle Discovery, returning to the space station, paving the way for future missions beyond.
Separation confirmed. Guidance now converging. Discovery's onboard computers commanding the main engine nozzles to swivel, aiming the shuttle for its precise target in space for main engine cutoff.
Should have a good forward link now and
Okay, you sound good.
Discovery Houston, negative return.
Copy, a negative return.
Dynamite! When the night's getting cold, you're needing a shoulder. Puff out your chest and be a little bolder. All we do is we buy and hold. There will be shills who wanna steal your thrills. There will be friends who hold till the end. There will be doubt, fear and cloud, but it's all in your head. Those hedgies are dead. Panic and fear really are near, but it's not ours to own. We have shown that all we do is buy and hold. Oh, there will be shills who wanna steal your thrills, and there will be friends who hold till the end, and there will be doubt, fear and cloud, but it's all in your head. Those hedgies are dead. So when the night's getting colder and you're needing that shoulder, these apes got your back. We got each other. All we do is we buy and hold. Buenos días, asquerosos. Bienvenidos a AMC APE, donde compramos, mantamos y amamos a los hedgies. Aquí es donde nos gusta tierra, caca y comer creones para el diezeno como una roca. I tried my best, guys. That's the best I got for you. I tried. Happy Taco Tuesday to you. Hopefully you guys got a laugh out of that. Uno Roca. Rock strong. Oh, man. Hope you guys got a good laugh out of that one. I thought that was kind of funny. So explaining price movement yesterday. That's the title for the day today. How did I do? Like out of a for those of you who are really good, excellent Spanish speakers, like on a scale of 1 to 10, did I get at least a 7 or like thereabouts? Like I don't know. I'm kind of curious. Throw up the numbers. Tell me how I did. I I tried the best I did. I tried the best that I could possibly do. So, I guess maybe at least a 5, 6. Okay, Mac and B says 6.9. Nice. That's not bad. Anything better than a 5 is good for me. I'm cool with 5. 5's like giving a good effort. Good morning, guys. Good morning to you. Let's talk about explaining a price movement from yesterday. Tim says 8 in my book. Nice. Pass. That's all I could hope for. Cornthal, thank you. That's all I could hope for is pass. That's good enough for me. Let's talk about price and why it moved the way that it did yesterday. I'm going to ask you guys a quick question. On Thursday, whatever the price of AMC closes on Wednesday night and the after hours, Thursday morning we're going to wake up and the market's going to start trading AMC at a reverse split price. Let me ask you guys this question to see how many of you know the answer. What will the price be trading at? And there's an easy answer for it because there's a very easy, we know what the number is. We know what the number is. It's going to be a specific number, and how the market trades it after it opens is a different story. But where should it open at? And there's an easy number. It's 2 digits. There's 2 digits. It's not the price I'm looking for, but there it is. There it is. Just said it right there. X10, right? 10x. That is correct. So let's say, for example, that we took Friday's closing price of a AMC, right? We were at approximately $4, and I think it was 9. Hold on a second here. I've got it written on my page. We were at $4.09 for a close, and I'm talking about for the close, not the after hours, but just the close. If AMC were to change the very next day, it would be trading at $40.90. That doesn't make sense, right? I mean, if you think about it, we've been expecting numbers a little bit lower than that. So, and I think the market has too. The market's been telling us the whole time our market cap's only like 4.3 billion. Somewhere it kind of fluctuates a little bit. It fluctuates between basically like 4 billion and 4.3. Actually, I want to say like 3.9 billion to 4.3 billion, somewhere in that range, right? So the market's been telling us, like, after it's all said and done, we're going to have 158 million shares. To get about 4.3 billion, the price would have to be trading at around $27.67. That's how you know what the market's valued the stock for. That's the value of the company. You can't change value. Value is value, right? So what happens to price? Price has to come down to meet that $27, $26 range, somewhere right around there, in order for them to be able to change it to the reverse split amount. Why did the price move down so much the way that it did yesterday? It's because they're trying to price in the correct market value going into the reverse split, because the very next day, price is going to start trading at whatever that value is. And the day after that, let me ask you this question, Jeff, I'm going to throw up a point here for you. I think I've got you down. Maybe I don't have you on my board. I don't know if I can fit you. But that is the correct answer, though. Let me ask you this next question. What's the price of Ape going to be trading on Friday? Anybody? And Adam Aaron has said this on several occasions. He's told us what the answer is. Yeah, Ape, exactly. It's going to be non-existent. It's right. It's going to be AMC. It's going to be AMC, trading at AMC's price. Whatever it is, doesn't matter. Whatever it is, it's going to be trading at AMC's price. It won't be in existence. That's exactly right. Who said it first? Non-existent. Jay Thomas is correct. So why is price moving the way that it is? It's because they're trying to get the market cap back down to where it's supposed to be for a combination of AMC and Ape. That's what it's doing. They're bringing it down to meet parity for where it's supposed to be at after the reverse split and conversion. It all makes perfect sense. It makes perfect sense. It makes when you understand what the market is doing and how they're trying to adjust values so that it's appropriate for where it's supposed to convert and reverse split for, the price movement makes complete sense. They don't want price. Can you imagine what would happen if the price started trading at $40 a share? Let me do the math on it real quick here. I've got a calculator. I got a little bit of math. Watch what would happen if it started trading at, like, let's just say this morning's opening price, $3.12. At $3.12, we know how many shares are going to be in existence after this is all said and done. So let's just do the math. We'll do $3.12 times 158,382,446 shares, and it gives you a total of I did the wrong math there. 30 that would be $31.20 after reverse split, right? Instead of $3.12, I did the wrong math. I put in 312 times 158,382,446. It ends up being 4.9 billion market cap. The market's not just going to give us 900. I guess it would be a little bit less than that. They're not going to give us just, $600 million as a valuation overnight. And they're not going to just sit there and be like, oh yeah, sure, we'll just up the price on this. No, they're not going to do that. They absolutely will not do that. That's not how it works. The market fights over valuation or fair value of the stock market, no matter what. It fights for those numbers, and it fights to keep them in that area. Now, it might fluctuate a little bit from day to day. Some amount up, some amount down, but for the most part, the price and the value of what the stock is worth is what the market fights for price to be at. And nobody's going to stop the price from lowering if they know that every single share out there is going to be worth X amount of dollars after the reverse split and conversion. They're going to let the price come down to meet parity to where it has to switch. It all makes sense. It's not that confusing. Now you understand why it's moving the way that it is. You don't have to say crime. The market's valuing in the current value from last Friday into the market price of AMC right now, you can expect that price on AMC is going to continue to come down. Now, here's the interesting thing. This is really interesting. They've got to do this before the end of Wednesday, right? Because whatever the price is at the after the after hours on Wednesday is going to be what it's going to be times 10x going into Thursday. So if they're going to try and trade the market value at around $27, $27, they're going to have to bring this down some more. But let's see something interesting here. Anybody see on the page here a number that is really close to that? Because you can see it right on the page right now. It's sitting right there, and it's really close to an SSR trigger point. So what are they going to do? Maybe they trade sideways today, around $3.12. Wait for SSR to be able to create short exempt volume and then drop it down the rest of the way. They trip SSR on Wednesday, bringing it down to what, $2.81. Gosh, that's really close to $2.70, isn't it? Amazing how that works. Maybe we see a little downwards momentum today, and then tomorrow SSR's trigger price will be about $2.70. What an amazing thing. How is that possible? How in the world could they potentially do that? It's crazy. We don't control price, guys. We don't. I hate to break it to you, but we do not control price. $2.81 is the SSR tripping point for today. If we close out a little bit lower, a few cents lower, $3-ish by the end of today, we're going to be looking at a $2.70. That's $27 a share when it reverse splits. This stuff is simple, guys. I didn't see it yesterday, but now that you see it, it makes total sense. Total sense. It's almost obvious. So why did price move down? They're bringing market value into parity, so that the after reverse split and conversion market parity is the same. Attendees Plus says, Casey, I thought you switched to an old Samurai Master for the intro, and then I recognized Spanish. It was so funny. I actually got that comment. I was practicing a little bit last night, and I got that comment that I sound like an Asian Mexican dude. That was actually, you're not the first person to say that. So yeah, whatever. I need to work on my Spanish apparently. So Elegantly Wasted says, after the reverse split, you should be prepared for the worst case scenario, as it will probably start dropping after. The market is trying to make sure retail doesn't make money for as long as possible, staying numb. I do expect there to be an initial drop in price, more than likely, but I don't think that they're going to value it too far underneath where the market cap is. I mean, Adam Aaron's going to be there. He's going to be doing some dilution, up to 25 million shares from quote unquote time to time. We don't know if it's going to be all in one lump sum or if it'll be little pieces here and there, but the market will adjust price down for that dilution. Because, as you add more shares, that increases the amount of value. If you do the calculation, it's price times shares. So if you add shares, then you're increasing value. So you have to, because market cap goes up. So in order to combat that, you have to drop price for the influx of new shares coming in. Let's see here. AB Jam says there will only be 50 plus million AMC, though. You're not factoring in Ape value that will be trading on its own for a day. I know, but you know what's crazy, though, AB Jam? Here's the thing. If you do the math, it works out the same exact way. If you add 10x, if you reduce the amount of shares by 10x, but you increase the price by 10x, then you have the same exact market cap. So Ape can trade at the exact same value, and you still have you have parity. It's fine. Ape can trade where it's at, and then Ape can trade the next day. Do the math. It works out. Let me show you. I've actually already done it. I did it for you, so you don't have to. But you can, do the math to verify and double check, because I would never suggest you should just go based off of what I'm telling you. But I did the math for you guys already, and this is August 16th, basically Friday's closing price, where our market cap combined was 4.3. Yesterday, when they dropped AMC's price to $3.12, look how much we lost. We went from a market cap of 4.3 to 3.7. That's a big jump. This is the part that doesn't make sense, right? You're going like, wait, that doesn't make sense. It should be something different. But look what happens come 24th of August. If you move AMC's price to $27.60, and you reduce the amount of shares, which is going to be 51,919,239 shares, it ends up coming out to 4.369. Amazing. Those are really close numbers to what we had prior, right here. The market cap right here, 4.383, 4.369. It's really close. So the math works out. And then when you reduce the shares on Ape, because Ape's not going to be in it, this is just for presentation purposes, but on the 25th, when Ape becomes AMC, you're going to add in the 99 million. The total market cap between the two, AMC and Ape, when they're going to be added in together, is going to be about 4.18 with a price of around 26.39. So obviously I figured out some numbers. It might be a little bit higher. Maybe we trade at 28. I don't know. But it's going to make sense. When it's all said and done, the market cap's going to be in that I have a feeling about 4 billion. So it all makes perfect sense. But you're absolutely right in regards to the share amount's going to drop. That's why the price has to go up. The market cap has to be aligned. Doesn't matter how you switch it. If you make this $2 and look what happens when I put this back up here. If I put this at $2.76. And then I put look at the market cap right here. If I put this at 276, it's 1.432 billion. And if you reduce the shares by 10, increase price by 10, then you get 1.432 million. It's the same exact number. Why is it the same number? Because it's easy math. It's share price or share amount times price equals market cap. That's it. Real simple. It's not hard math. If you do something to one side, then you have to do the opposite to the other to get the same thing on the output of the equation. That's it. You got your answer. You're absolutely right. The shares are going to be less. That's why the price is going to be more. And then both the stocks can still trade on Thursday, and there's no problem. Let's see here. Tyler says, what happens to all the short positions on Ape? They'll just transfer over like everything else did on Ape. Everything that's short on Ape is going to transfer over as a short position for AMC. Charles Cooper says, if the market has control of price, then why did we have squeezes? That is a wonderful question. Why did we have squeezes? What causes something to be? What causes them to be unable to control price value of a company, of a stock? That is a great question, Charles. And this is the thing that everybody wants to try and ignore and pretend like it never happened. And the reason they want to pretend like it never happened is because they don't want to believe that this can happen again. They don't want anybody else to believe that it can happen again. And the answer, Charles, is that somebody's forced to buy. When somebody's forced to buy, that's when price becomes, the value of the price is no longer controllable. Yeah, it's a loss of control. That's exactly right, Nosa. It's a loss of control. The market can't control the fact that somebody has to buy. They can't control that. They're forced to. They have to buy. That means that the price could be infinitely high. Infinitely. There's a reason why they use that word infinite. They want you to understand that there is no ceiling on the amount of risk that is involved. They don't use the word, it could be a lot higher. They use the word infinite. There's a very specific reason why they use that word. The risk is unknown. The potential is unknown. You cannot predict when people will decide to sell their shares to give you the shares that you need when you're forced to buy. Infinite losses is the answer. I got more numbers to show you guys. It's kind of exciting stuff, but I think I'm going to wait until after our normal numbers. Maybe. I don't know. I'm trying to decide if I should do it now or if I should do it later. The reason I'm trying to decide is because I don't I only went through one thing, and if I show you another thing, I don't know what's going to show. So I'm kind of worried. I don't want to quite do it because I'm a little worried what it's going to show, and I'm not going to be able to make a good point if I show you something that's conflicting. And I want to show you. I want it to make sense, and I haven't really kind of gone over it to decide what's going to make sense and what isn't. All right, Danny's saying no. All right, I want my money. I want my money now. All right, let me show you this. This is gonna be interesting for you to see. You gotta hold with me here a little bit and just kind of hang on and understand that I'm trying to explain this the best that I possibly can. Let's take a look at something real fast. I want to go back in history here, just a little bit, not too far, only because Ortex doesn't give me data that goes back this far. Right now, you're looking at the chart of Overstock. Anybody remember Overstock? You know, the company that Baron, whatever his name is, basically stopped hedge funds from shorting. All right, let's go back. We're going to look at the whole view here from basically, let's see, what's the first date on the page here? It looks like August of 2018. So basically, what is that? How many years? 5 years? They give me 5 years worth of data. Let me show you. Let me show you something really kind of interesting here. I don't like to talk about days to cover, and let me tell you why. The reason I don't like to talk about days to cover is because there's two different ways to impact that number. Because days to cover is simply the average 3-month on loan amount divided by the average 3-month trading amount. So say, for example, on AMC, for example, going back over to this page here, AMC's average 3-month volume is 31.51 million shares, right? So if you take that number divided by how many shares we have on loan currently, that's your days to cover. What can change that? Spikes in volume at any random time that can change average 3-month volume would change this days to cover. Or the amount of shares on loan increasing or decreasing can change the value of days to cover. So, and you have to kind of look at those and try to understand like which one is affecting which, you know. And so it's kind of one of those numbers where it's a little confusing sometimes, I think, for some people, and that's why I don't like to look at it very often. It can be very, very confusing. But we're going to look at an overstock over the last 5 years. We're going to look at a whole 5-year span, and we're going to look at this. And Overstock went down to his low over the last 5 years. It went down to a low of $3.03. It was the lowest it got down to. Wow, that's really close to where we're at. It went to a high very shortly thereafter. By the way, that was in, let's see, March 9th of 2020. And then by August 17th of 2020, so just a couple months, price had gone up to a high of $128.50. But look what happens to days to cover here. Really interesting thing starts to happen with days to cover. It starts to reach a peak to about 8.58 days, and then dramatically starts dropping as price starts coming up, right? And then price starts going back down again, and days to cover starts rising again. Right, and then again, dramatically after hitting 5.11 on days to cover, it dramatically starts dropping again as price starts rising back up, and so you have this really weird thing where. But look at the volume numbers. Look at the volume numbers in when price was rising. Volume starts to pick up, and that's why days to cover starts to come down. So really, what you have to look at is you have to look at on loan amount. What was happening to on loan amount during those times that would cause days to cover to come down? Let's zoom in on this just a tad bit here. Interesting stuff. Remember, this is the part that I didn't want to show you guys because I want you to understand that there's auto scaling on this. So in purple for the days to cover, it's going to be 2, 4, 6, 8. They're in days, and then over here on the right hand side, it shows you the scale for where on loan amount is 5, 10, 15, 20 million. And as I scroll in to look at a specific point in time, it's gonna auto scale these numbers so that it stays nicely on the chart. I wish I could take that feature off, but I don't think I can. But what I want you to understand here is that days to cover hits a high of about 8.58, but the on loan amount during that same period of time is only 16.94 million. On loan amount never actually reached a height until, well, June 17th was the highest day for days to cover. The total highest amount of on loan amount reached a peak at around July 22nd. So we're looking at, what is that? June 17th to July 15th. Yeah, so about a month. A month later, 30 days, around their amount, you start seeing on loan amount dropping drastically, right? And then it gets down here, and price comes back down a little bit, and on loan amount starts to rise. Days to cover starts to go up. Now, why does days to cover start to go up? Does on loan amount go up enough to really cause days to covers to really start driving back up? No, it doesn't, right? And you have to look at the reason why. It's because volume is dropping, right? So it's a little bit deceiving as to why days to cover is driving up. It's not because the on loan amount's skyrocketing back upwards again. It does go up a little bit, but it doesn't skyrocket. It's because the amount of volume in the marketplace is dropping that's traded per day. So that means the days to cover is going to increase, right? But as it does reach a peak, you can see that on loan amounts are still dropping. And then when on loan amounts get down to some of the lowest points, what happens to price? It starts ripping. Starts ripping. What did we just recently see on AMC? All-time record. 3 days in a row, maybe? Or was it 4 days in a row? I don't remember last week. It was like three. It was at least 3 days in a row. We had all-time highs on loan amounts. Right? You remember? I do. Pepperidge Farm remembers. Let's take a look at AMC. We're going to leave days to cover on the screen here. This is recent. Days to cover has gotten up to 10.38 and is starting to fall. Why? Look at our volume down here. Look at our volume starting to spike. Volume spiking. Why is days to cover falling? Is it because the volume is spiking, or is it because the on loan amount's dropping? No, it's because volume is spiking. What's one of the first things that you see? Plague said it. Plague said it. Plague said covering. They're closing positions. Right? Volume is dropping. They're closing. They're closing positions. Why is volume spiking? On loan amount starts rising through that closing of positions as volume is moving back and forth. On loan amount reaches an all-time high. What comes next? You know what the answer is. On loan amount starts dropping, declining quite a bit. Why? The pain is yet to come, guys. We're going to see price go up. We're going to see it come back down. It only takes a quick look at overstock to see what happens. We may see a little bit of an uptick for a little short period of time, but there's going to be some more pain ahead. But guess what's coming around the corner as they start closing out positions? Spiking price. Spiking price is what follows. We're getting there. We're seeing what we want to see. Let's take a look at one more. This is why I didn't want to show you guys this. I didn't want to show you this because I hadn't looked at it yet. Because there is a chance that maybe we'll look a little bit like Tesla. So I haven't looked at Tesla. I'm telling you right now, I haven't looked at Tesla. But we're going to look at it together. And we're going to see what Tesla did. We're going to go back the full 5 years. Wouldn't you know, you can already see what happened to days to cover. Look at that. Look at days to cover falling. Why was it falling? Was it because volume started spiking? No, not really. Volume didn't start spiking until later, until it had already kind of dropped a little bit. Let's see the on loan amount. Holy shit. On loan amount actually started dropping before days to cover did. Likely because the volume wasn't spiking. No volume spiking, and you're not going to really see it. But look at that, though. Look at them both dropping, days to cover and on loan amount. And then what happens to price? Are you guys ready? I hope you're ready. It's going to take some time, but I hope you're ready. I know I am. I feel like SpongeBob. I'm ready. I'm ready. Ah! I can't do it. I'm ready. I'm telling you guys, I haven't looked at this chart yet. I hadn't looked at this chart. I didn't know what I was going to see. I wanted to look at it beforehand, but I'm showing it to you. I'm showing it to you as I'm seeing it. You guys got any other ones you want to look at? Let's take a look at GME real fast. Right? Why don't we look at GME and see what happened to GME before January? See if it makes sense. I haven't looked at GME either. I mean, I have in the past, but I haven't recently. What's going on with GME? Let's take a look at the full 5 years. Come on. Oh, no, I crashed it. You done crashed me. All right, let's get this back up here. Let's get it up. Come on. Crazy. Crazy, crazy, crazy. Who'd have thunk? Days to cover falls. On loan amount falls. Price spikes. I'm ready. I'm ready to shave this damn beard. $90. $90 is what we got to see, and I shaved the beard off. I'm ready. Unfortunately, Roadhouse, since I can only go back 5 years, there's no way for me to be able to show you this information for what happened with that. But I can almost guarantee you the same thing happened. I wish I could, Roadhouse, but this Vortex only lets me go back 5 years. I'd have to go back to 2008 to show you the same numbers. Yeah, you're welcome, man. Sorry I couldn't show it to you. I wish I could. Kind of crazy. I love numbers. Oops, that's not what I wanted. I love numbers. They make life make sense. I seem to be getting a lot of weird page did not load messages. Hopefully the stream's still going here. Let me take you guys back over the main page here. I gotta move on to numbers for the day here and see what we got going on. I'm going to take you guys over the other page. I'm not going to be able to see what it is you guys are writing, so hold those personal thoughts, comments, questions, or concerns until you see the big tramp back up on the screen again. Happy Taco Tuesday. I brought out the taco van. The big tramp taco van. Would you order, this is the question for you, would you order tacos from a van, from a van called the Big Tramp? You tell me, is that something you would do? I'm trying to think about this. I mean, it depends on, for me, it's all about the smell, right? Like the smell kind of tells you, it tells you everything you need to know, that smell. But yeah, I probably would if the smell was right. But you tell me, would you order tacos from the back of the Big Tramp? I'm going to go back over while I'm cleaning my glasses here just to see what you guys say. I'm trying to imagine myself buying tacos from the Big Tramp. Taco Tuesday, I think, might be one of my wife's favorite days of the week. Other than Wednesdays, because that's her day off. Dynamite says, only if I can dine in. You guys are you guys are terrible. You know my mom's listening. MCon says I'd let someone else buy one first. That's probably not a bad idea. Find out what happens to them, right? Not a bad idea, MCon. Not a bad idea. I think my glasses are clean. I think it's time to take a look at these numbers. They're a little bit foggy here. I might have to clean them again. Let's see. Let's see what we got going on here. I'm going to take you guys... Actually, I already took you guys over the other screen here. Two-factor authentication. If you don't have it, you may want to consider getting it, as it could prevent somebody from getting into your account that shouldn't be in your account. When you do set it up for your account, make sure that you have a secondary device that can receive the access code in case something happens to your primary phone. You never know when you're going to like sit on it or have it charging and maybe the battery blows up, or who knows. I just saw an article recently about not charging at nighttime while you're sleeping. And it's like, seriously? Like, we got to start worrying about that now? Like, come on. You can't sell me a phone that's not going to, like, blow up while I'm sleeping? Gee whiz. All right. I guess I'm not... Got to be careful when I'm charging at night, not to put it right next to me and on my bed. Okay. What am I saying here? Oh, yeah. The warning. If you guys haven't done this, please listen to me. Heed my warning right now. This is so important. Get a digital copy. Get a hard copy. I don't care how you get it. Get a copy of your portfolio statement from your broker or brokers. You need to know what it is that you hold. Because if something happens and they start reporting a different number, you'll never know unless you have that information. Please, please, please. It's going to break my heart when I know, and I know it's going to happen. There's going to be inevitably somebody that's going to be like, I didn't take a picture. I didn't request a PDF or an Excel spreadsheet that had my numbers. And what do I do? And I'm going to be like, I'm sorry, but you're going to have to just, you can file a complaint or something, and that's going to be about the gist of it. It's going to be your word against theirs, I guess. And if that's how you want to control your money, so be it then. That's your choice. For me, I'd rather have some protection. All right. It's going to break my heart. I know it's going to happen to somebody. Let me see here. I'm going to put this to the right thing so that you guys can see what it is that you need to see. And then let's take a look at what we got going on here with these numbers. Starting the top left-hand side, price predictions. None of us saw that coming yesterday. None of the guys predicting price saw that coming. The combined price, Ape was at $2.12. AMC was at $3.12. The combined price on that was $5.24, which means that if we didn't pick $3.74 to $3.70, yeah, is that right? Yeah, that's right. Anybody who didn't have $5.24 or less, so Sammy Boy actually was the only one that got caught for no points. He had $5.40 to $8.40 for price prediction. Apex and Eric had $5 to $8, and I had $4.96 to $7.96. So Sammy Boy, sorry man, you're the only one that didn't get a price prediction tally point for yesterday. It happens. Don't worry about it. It's part of a learning experience on doing price predictions. Sometimes you guess a little low in case something should happen with price, and it gives you a little bit of breathing room. Some of these guys were really, really close to not getting a point, me included. But luckily we didn't have to give it to the missed column. At least one person got a point. Short exempt volume. Oh, you're going to love this. Oh, you're going to love this. Wait till you see this. I ran the numbers. I think it's about we're averaging about 1.8 million shares or thereabouts. It's around 1.8 million shares on average per day in short exempt volume on AMC over the last 6 trading days. But check this out. AMC's short exempt volume yesterday, 2.35 million shares. Oh, yes. 2.35 million. Oh, yes. I wish I could say the same for Ape, that we would have seen it higher. They did not trip SSR. They were 1 penny away from it yesterday, as far as I could tell. So no tripping of that. And we've got, let me pull up the information so I can see how much it was again. Ape was, see, it was the 20, today's, okay, APE, 97.7 thousand shares. Let's see. AMC was down 23.72%. Ape was down 6.61. Let's check utilization. Oh man, I'm losing my screens. I got no screens showing up. Oh crap. I lost Internet Explorer. I have no idea how to fix this. I guess I could start closing out screens. I completely lost Internet Explorer. I can't even see what it is you guys are writing. I have all my other apps open, but have lost Internet Explorer completely. Every single screen on Internet Explorer is black. Black as can be. And that's what you're seeing. Hey guys, you're probably seeing just me. I don't know what to do in regards to this. I'm hitting F5 for refresh. That's not working. I don't know why I lost Internet Explorer, but it just completely crapped out on me. What happens if I take you guys to the other page? I can take you guys to the other page here, and you'd still see we both still up and operating, no problem, but I just don't have any internet whatsoever. I can try closing out these pages and then reopening and see what happens. Hopefully the connection will still be there. Let me see what happens if I open up another Internet Explorer. Give me 1 second here, guys. I'm going to take you back to the screen real quick. Maybe this will work. My computer just decided, nope, I'm done. You done gone too far, Casey. Alright, I'm going to start closing out screens and we'll see what happens. If I can keep the stream running, I will. If I can't and I have to end up rebooting the computer or something like that, it'll take me like a half hour to get back up and running again. Alright. All Internet Explorer is closed out. Looks like it's a reboot day kind of day for me, I guess. I'm not sure why it went down the way that it did. Hopefully you guys are still hearing me. Alright, reboot day it is. I can't even get Internet Explorer to open back up now. Alrighty guys, I'm going to shut the stream down. Oh wait, it's opening, but it's nothing but a white screen here. Yeah, it looks like it's a reboot kind of day. I'm going to have to reboot. It's going to take me about a half hour to get through this. I'll try to get back up and running as fast. Oh, hey, it's opening pages. Wait a minute, we might be in luck. It's taking its sweet ass time. Oh, we have power. We have screens. I don't know, I'm kind of chancing it here, whether or not this is gonna work out. I think I need to reboot, guys. If I don't reboot this, I'm afraid I don't know what's going to happen. So let me just go real quickly to see what it is you guys are saying real fast. I'm going to try and open up that screen. See if I still have you guys. Yeah, this is going to be a reboot kind of day. Nothing's happening quickly. Okay, yeah. All right, I can see, I've got the screen back up to where I can see what it is you guys are saying, but I'm going to have to, I can see what it is you guys are saying. Everything is taking forever to, like, just even open and close. My internet connection is just fine. It's showing good numbers, but this is obviously not going to work out here. There's no way I can, run a live stream today and have this doing this. Just, it won't work out. So let me just take a look at the pokey stick of volume real quick here with you guys real fast, just because it did happen just a little bit ago, and I think it's important to look at those numbers so we can try and maybe figure out where volume is going to be for the day. We have volume 174.6 thousand shares in volume on AMC for 7 a.m. pokey stick, giving us a grand total of 278. That's going to be around 50 million shares for the day. So I'm going to go with a volume prediction of 40 to 60 million on AMC. I know volume's been higher, but I got to go based off the numbers I see. And then on Ape, let's see here. What do we got? Ape had, pokey stick was 47,000 shares, giving us a total of about 105,000 shares. That's pretty low volume. I wouldn't do more than 10 to 30 million on Ape for the day today. So it's so far in the pre-market, it's looking like some low volume. That doesn't mean it can't be higher, but it definitely is predicting low volume for the day. All right, I got to shut this live stream down, guys. Unfortunately, reboot the computer. It's going to take me, like I said, about a half hour. So I'll be back on at about 7:35. Time me. Here we go. See you in a bit.